Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can prevent particular file upload in SharePoint and OneDrive, right? So before that, I would like to give you a bit context about it, why we wanted to do that and what are the reasons, right? So there would be multiple reasons. Reasons includes the storage capacity, which should not be exhausted, and we wanted to limit down the capacity of a storage usage, or maybe the people are just dumping unwanted files and the data, which is really is not going to be used at different uh, requirements or different levels or different projects or different things across the organization, right? So there are different reasons for each capacity or a different requirements. For example, the company is doing a business in finance, right? So they have a lot of data which is being created regularly, also shared internally and externally, and all of that data is being uploaded as well as shared with people across the organization, right? And that data can also be used for business purpose, and if the data is not really been useful, then still the data is going to be stored in the SharePoint and OneDrive, right? So to manage that data, there are definitely different steps, like whether we wanted to retain a data for a particular period, maybe 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years down the line, or if not, then what should we do with that data, right? So that is something different topics altogether to discuss and decide on whether we wanted to retain data and use. But when it comes to manage the storage across the SharePoint and OneDrive, and what type of data types as well as file types we wanted to let people upload in SharePoint and OneDrive, right? And why we wanted to prevent that, because there are certain risks associated to it as well. For example, we are allowing people to upload a .ps file or .cmd file or .ps1 file, or maybe there are different file types, right? So all those different file types are not always good file types, and which can be potential risks for the internal data, as well as it can also be exfiltrate the data from the SharePoint, so that the access, maybe if there is a file type which has some executables and end users was trying to upload, then data was uploaded or that file was uploaded, and if that file is something which is going to be executed within SharePoint or OneDrive, then it is going to simply collect the data, and then maybe that data will be shared across with the hackers, whoever has sent out that file over the email or chat, or maybe users are not aware, but they are simply going on the internet and finding such files, and they find it helpful for their use, but user doesn't know what was embedded within that file, right? So the file could have embedded with a script or code, and that code automatically executes as soon as the user uploads the file, or maybe user has just opened a file on the device and it starts working, and the attacker get the access of the device, right? So which is a command and control of the device, and then user gets the attacker gets the access of the device, right? And they do whatever they want, right? So that is when this comes in handy, and this comes in picture when we wanted to control how people should be uploading files, what type of files we wanted to let them upload, and those are the genuine file types, and not only the file types which are really been used by end users, but we wanted to protect the data as well as user experience, as well as make sure everything is available for users as per their needs, right? And we also don't want end users to upload such files which can be potential harmful, which can be dangerous, and those are something not really good for user experience as well as for business as well, right? So I'll show you how we can do that within the SharePoint Admin Center here, and let's go ahead and do that. So click on settings here, and once you click on settings, you will see bunch of option here. So these are the setting options for SharePoint, OneDrive, and there's one option for stream. So before this, stream was a separate application, but stream now is incorporated with SharePoint, and that is why you can see it here to manage from here. But for now, I'm going to focus more on the setting which is going to be preventing users at the center from SharePoint admin side to stop or prevent certain file types upload, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Click on the sync button here, and you see there are a bunch of options. So out of these three options, we are going to focus on this only, right? And there are other options as well which we can manage and enable or disable as per our requirement when we wanted to do it, right? And for example, I wanted to block uh, certain file types which is .ps1, right? Or maybe simply I can just remove this out, and this is going to be a file extension, or maybe I'll just type exe, or maybe I'll type cmd, then I'll type apk, right? So these are the different file types that be we would be simply adding it here, and then once we want good here, then we can simply go ahead and save these settings, right? So this is how we can stop or prevent users to upload such file types, right? And those files would not be allowed, or those files will not be uploaded in SharePoint and OneDrive at all, because we have restricted that. And we also don't want users to do any of such actions, because those are harmful files, and those are the files which can not be easily identified whether it is a good file or legit file or whatever it is, right? And that is when we wanted to make sure even you can put those files which are audio video files, because those are the files which are going to take a lot of resources or a lot of storage from the SharePoint. For example, mp4, or maybe we can put uh, webm. So this is also another video types, right? And other types of file formats. So we can put such many different formats, and those would be blocked to upload in SharePoint and OneDrive. So this is how we can do it, and this way we can simply go ahead and block upload of those files. Also, you see there are other options. Show the sync button on the OneDrive website. So this is going to be a sync button which will be shown in order to sync that OneDrive or that specific site or folder to the one user's local device, right? The next is allows syncing only on computers joined to a domain, right? So here we can put an tenant ID or maybe a domain. Let's say I wanted to put this is not correct. So you can see if I put domain, it is simply saying that line 1 is formatted incorrectly. Make sure the domain is entered as GUID, not the SID, and its own line with the no other punctuation. So this is not correct. Instead, we need to put an domain GUID, and that GUID should be added here in this example, or in this format, you can see, right? So this way we can only allow syncing of the OneDrive and SharePoint to a specific domain joined machines, right? So this is going to be very useful and handy as well. And so this is what, or this is the setting that I wanted to show you, and you can make sure do the appropriate configurations as per your needs and requirements. And definitely there would be requirements for each organizations, and that would be different. It is not going to be the same for each team, each department, or each organization. But definitely from security standpoint, from management of storage and SharePoint, it is really need to make sure we do appropriate configurations and settings, and then we have everything whatever we need, right? So yeah, that is all for this video. Hope you will like, and please do subscribe to the channel, and also like and share this video and share it with your friends and colleagues and teams, right? And whoever needs to see it, right? That's more important. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye for now.